We're taught that truth must be defended, that if we don't argue back, we're letting others win. But Nietzsche saw something deeper. Most people don't argue to find truth. They argue to protect their ego. They argue because disagreement feels like an attack. They argue to maintain the illusion that they are right. And the moment you feel the need to justify yourself, you've already stepped into their arena. You've already lost. Because the need to explain is the need to be accepted. And those who need acceptance are always controlled by those who deny it. Nietzsche spoke of a rare kind of human, the Übermensch, the one who rises above the noise of the world. He does not rush to defend himself. He does not argue to prove he is right. He does not fight for validation. He observes. He understands. He decides when to speak, and more importantly, when to remain silent. His silence is not emptiness. It is presence, authority, mastery. When others shout, he watches. When others explain, he stays still. His silence becomes a wall that reflects back their insecurities, their fears, their contradictions. They collapse against it. Because in a world addicted to noise, silence is intimidating. Silence triggers something primal. When you don't react, the other person loses control of the narrative. Their brain fills the silence with insecurity. Why isn't he responding? Is she judging me? Did I say something wrong? Does he see through me? The amygdala fires. Ego panics. Masks crack. And manipulators? They hate silence. Because silence removes their control. They cannot bait you. They cannot guilt you. They cannot hook you emotionally. You break their game without saying a single word. Now it's time to shift from understanding to using this in the real world. Here's how silence becomes a weapon. 1. Be silent when your ego screams to respond. This is where 90% of people fail. Your silence is not weakness. It is domination of self. 2. Listen like a hunter. Not waiting for your turn to speak. Listening to what's behind the words. Fear, contradiction, insecurity. 3. Let silence stretch. A calm stare and a pause can break someone faster than the sharpest argument. 4. Become unpredictable. When people can't predict your reactions, you become powerful. Because unpredictability forces caution. At this level, you are no longer reacting to others. They're reacting to you. But there's a dangerous flip side. Sometimes silence is not strategy. Sometimes silence is conditioning. You avoid conflict to keep the peace. You stay quiet so others won't get upset. You swallow your anger, your truth, your needs. And slowly, people start using you. Not because they're stronger, but because you never resist. Nietzsche called this slave morality. A morality built on guilt, fear, and obedience. A morality that teaches you to shrink and call it being a good person. But there is nothing virtuous about allowing others to walk over you. Peace without boundaries is not peace. It is self-erasure. And the world will happily take from you as long as you never say enough. But only when it is chosen. Only when it comes from strength, not fear. Use silence to protect your energy. Use silence to expose manipulation. Use silence to command respect. And when you finally speak, let your words be so precise that they feel like a blade cutting through illusion. Because true victory is not winning the argument. It's rising so far above it that you no longer need to argue at all.